Hi Martin, thanks for joining us in the Outpost. Today we're going to talk about, or you're going to explain to us why humans don't understand humans.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be fun, Mark. We're going to be exploring life, self, the brain, and above all else, the $265 billion gap in the market.
Wow, where's that gap come from?
Well, I mean, it's a big number, right? But it's a number that you can't hide from. So, looking at why don't humans understand humans, the biggest truth sits in digital advertising, right? We've become very obsessed with performance marketing, right? And I get it, but when you examine performance marketing, Google has an average click-through rate of 1.91%, Facebook is 1.61%, programmatic and display is 0.35%. Collectively, and that's three of the biggest outputs for advertising, right? Collectively, that's 98.81% of ads don't get interacted with. It's a total mass $265 billion worth of wastage. It's crazy, right? And the truth of it is that humans don't understand humans. That's why it's happening.
So what is going on there? We're in a fairly advanced industry. How come we're getting it so wrong even at this stage?
It's a great question. I mean, the core of it is the world is so obsessed with big data, right? So you've got Facebook listening to your calls, reading all your messages, doing all this kind of data stuff, but the results don't map out for it actually working, right? So rather than looking at all these components about life, what we need to be doing is looking at why does somebody buy? What do they want from the experience? What do they want from the brand? Not Martin dresses as a woman on a Friday night and chases squirrels around his garden on a Sunday. That's just irrelevant data. It's true, but it's not relevant to trying to sell me something in an advert. I think we've lost the notion of the sales component, of the relevant component about what advertising should be.
Yeah, and you've got a feeling that emotions are at play here.
Yeah, massively. I mean, the simplest download of the neuroscience of decision making, right, is that 95% of all of our decisions are based on emotion. That's coming from Professor Zoltman at Harvard, right? And the way that it works within the brain, why our emotions drive our decisions, is that emotions connect into the reward center within the brain, right? And the rewards give us a chemical release. So we humans are very addictive creatures. So we make 35,000 decisions a day. And when those decisions don't match the emotions that we want, they aren't relevant to us, we reject them, we say no. Like if you think about your day to day, how many emails do you ignore? How many adverts do you ignore? How many people do you ignore? Your brain is constantly harvesting, looking for something that's relevant to reward you, whether it's holding the door open for something or buying a product that you don't really need. But that's the world of consumption, right?
Yeah, so I mean, and the industry talks a lot about emotions. It's not a new subject, but clearly, your view is that we've not nailed this, and you're seeing in the work that you do via applying mathematics to psychology and the kind of black box of tricks that you have, that there's a better way forward.
Yeah, I think it's time that we stopped obsessing about big data and trying to tie together all these different systems. And instead we need to look at who we are as a brand, what products do we have, and what does it mean to different audiences, right? So we've got a lot of this top-down architecture that comes from way, way back, many decades ago, about selling the brand, right? We need to move to more about selling the products to the relevant people and not bothering other people with stuff that's just not relevant to them. That's the balance point for me, is that we make too many assumptions.
Okay, so we're less big data and more neat data.
Yeah, 100%. Simple as that. And the funny part about it is that you can cut 18 to 26% from your advertising spend by doing exactly what you said. And it's not big data, it's just going after the needs and understanding what your audience is. So, in the time of a recession, of course, growth is vital, but saving money is just as important.
Thanks for joining us in the Outpost.
Thanks, Mark.